we're back with Converge. I'm sitting with Mayor Toomer and Mayor Cromer. We've been talking about all kinds of things that are important to our Lowcountry. In this last segment, I think I want to talk about is environmental issues. I think that's it, and roads and our infrastructure. So who wants to start first?
I'll go ahead. I guess on the environmental side, you know, it's very important to us. It's part of what is our charm, if you will, in Beaufort. I would personally like to see us do a little bit more. We are working with the Open Land Trust to try to secure more open space for our area to beautify the community. It makes it attractive not only to new residents, but also to businesses coming into town. I'd like to see us do more in terms of infill and redevelopment versus sprawl. That's one thing we don't want to see because that takes away those open spaces that we have. We've had a lot of development going on with multifamily housing. They've been clear cutting all this property and planting back sticks. So we're looking at our code to see if there's a way we can require more tree coverage or canopy, and we'll work with them on setbacks and so forth so that we get what we want, because the more shade you have, the cooler the temperature, the more it's prettier, if you will.
Right.
But those are the types of things that we're looking at, and water quality is a big thing. You know, we just want to make sure that we can put in new sewer.
Has water been a problem? Has it been an issue?
It's a problem, I think, more regionally. We just were put into the Carolina Bight, which is trying to save the estuaries and keep them as best we can. I think Larry can talk to the May River and all that, because that's probably our most pristine.
Yeah. I know we only have a few minutes and it would take all day to talk about it, but one of the main reasons that I threw my hat in the ring 11 years ago to serve on town council was I was witnessing our precious environmental assets being destroyed. Meaning that the degradation of the water quality, areas being closed, and having been in the seafood industry all my life and for generations, you know, for over 100 years, my family, that was something that, you know, is dear to me, and something that I wanted to make sure I would do all I can do and still will to preserve that for our children and grandchildren and future generations. And it's been a long, hard battle, but I'm pleased to say that we have funding and we have a plan to have every resident in the town of Bluffton on sanitary sewer and water.
Great.
And we have also partnered with Beaufort Jasper Water and Sewer in Beaufort County to reach out of our jurisdiction with tons of money to help and science data to right now just left a meeting where we're removing 160 or so septic tanks out of the watershed. That's not really in the town of Bluffton, but we are a partner in that because we value our environmental water quality that much.
You know, just 1 second, I'm going to stop you there because I want our viewers to understand. And being in the fishing world, just our May River, every time you build a building or a house, the water, the erosion of the soil goes into the waterways, and the additional boats, all the wakes, and then erode the waterways. So, I mean, it sounds very simple, but it has a very cause and effect for us. And so you have seen this, and I've thought, like Amber, you know, she's, you know, everybody loved Amber. You know, she really taught me a lot about that about 4 years ago when she would just say, people pay attention to our environment.
Right. And you know, a lot of people blame it on development, but it does play a part. You know, I mean, we have some of the most strenuous rules and BMPs, best management practices of anywhere. We wrote a lot of them. The biggest thing is not to put anything on the ground or allow, such as failing septic systems, for that to get to the river. It's bad enough to cut down trees that you have to cut down to build a house or park your car, but if we can control the amount of pollutants that are being readily available to run to the river every time it rains, so to speak, then that's a great start. It's not the whole answer, but it's a mission that I'm on, and I'm going to keep fighting until we're done.
Well, and I feel both of your passion very much, and it's been my privilege to sit here with you today, and thank you very much for what you're doing for our community, and I know our residents and our viewers feel the same way. And I want to thank you for joining us too. This is Converge, and we'll see you next time.